Greetings. Again, I don't know if the video cut out. City coming back from Mexico and human sacrifices, grisly things that occurred there, and the energy was really bad. If you're an empath, I suggest staying away. If you can feel the energy of what happened, I suggest staying away. The museum was grisly, to say the least. It was a pretty bad. But then that night, coming home smoothly, we hopped on the metro. We hit it just at the right time where there wasn't many people. We then it was green and had big windows in the back. I was pretty happy about that. I sat next to the window, got fresh air, didn't get gassed out by body odor or perfumes or colognes. So I was happy. It was a pretty comfortable ride, pretty quick. But we're the last stop. We're the last people on it. And he went a different route. Didn't understand, and he wouldn't give us our change. Finally, at the end, he finally gave us the change back. We got off sudden. He slammed it, drove away. I felt the cold steel of a pistol in my back. At first, I didn't know what was going on, and then when the other one circled in, I was like, fun times. And since it was one of my last days in Mexico, I bought souvenirs and gifts for everyone. And I was finally coming, and I had a pack full of blankets and pictures of Our Lady of Guadalupe, family, and my father, and goodies for everybody, and had a full pack load. And they started going after Diana and demanding her phone, and I tried to direct the attention towards me, and I said they had the gun pointed right at her head. Me, it was in my back and at my heart, but I mean, still good, but there's a slim chance I could walk away from it. But I distracted them. I said, hang on, I have an iPhone. I have an iPhone 7. Hold on. So I dropped my pack, started getting it out, and as soon as that pack came off, they're like, give us your pack. Like, oh, shit. Had my cameras, had everything. They grabbed the suitcases and the bags and everything. And, okay, guys, come on. Let me get my ID. Let me get my memory card. That's all I'm asking. Memory card and ID, you can keep the rest. You keep the camera. I just want the pic. No. There's a gun pointed directly at me, and as they were dragging my stuff off, the ironic part was they could lift it off me. Carry it up. It was so heavy. So they continued walking down the street. I had a couple options. I had my knife in my pocket. It's just a small knife, kind of a utility knife. But the other option, if I did successfully take him out, grab the gun, the other guy could have run, or if he came at me, I could have neutralized him. Lives would have been lost over stuff. It's the only thing. It can be replaced. It's not a big deal. So is it worth taking a life over stuff? No, absolutely not. Now, if they were coming after us and were serious about hurting, if we didn't, even if we, complied with them and went along and handed our stuff over willingly, and they continued to attack us or tried to do physical harm to Diana, I would have went badger on them. I would have ripped them apart with no prejudice, or with extreme prejudice. However, they just wanted stuff. They meant us no harm. They just wanted the stuff. And if I did take one or both of them out, I'm an American here in Mexico that does not speak English, or that does not speak Spanish very well. I speak it enough to get around, but I don't speak it very well. So imagine when the police show up and I'm covered in blood and there's 2 guys dead in the street. That would not have gone over well. That would have almost been worse than the other timeline where I tried to fight and I got a bullet wound, the gunshot made enough noise where people heard and they ran off. And here I am yet again in a Mexican hospital. I don't know what's worse, a Mexican hospital or a Mexican prison. Neither sounded appealing to me. So I chose the timeline where no casualties occurred. No one got injured. I was sending them love and healing, and in fact, I went back and sent them love and healing afterwards. But the strange thing is, after my pack was taken, I wasn't emotional. I kept a cool, calm mind, and some of my friends know if something bad happens and there's like a huge panic, life or death situation, for some reason, I just go into the zone and get through it very unemotionally, very detached, very mechanical. I just get through it and don't worry about the emotions. So we made it through, okay. We went to the police. The police waved their hands, drove us around the block once and said, oh, we don't see him. Next day we went to file a police report. In the United States, you think it takes forever. You're there and it seems maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour and a half. Oh my goodness, that took forever. Yeah, in Mexico, took all day, literally all day, till it was almost dark. And guess what? We had to ride one of those Cambios back home to the same area where we got robbed. So that was a nightmare. It just took all day. Like the license plate. The license plate fell off the motorcycle. We went to get another one. And that literally, we showed up there an hour and a half before they opened up. It was at like, I think we got there at 7, maybe earlier. And we didn't get out of there till late in the afternoon. All day. In the United States, we complain about being at the BMV for over 15 minutes. We're there a half hour or 45 minutes and we are, livid. Welcome to Mexico. You have to, even at the police station, you had to wait in, but mainly at the BMV, you had to wait in one line, get a piece of paper to go to the next line, to get that stamp, to go to another, to get some sort of approval, to then go and pay, and then wait in another line to go get the plate. Needless to say, it is ridiculously long and complicated and drawn out, everything you do here. If you're going to do something with the government or anything, plan on it taking all day. So we went to the police station. That was interesting. The day after that, I can't remember. Oh, I got pretty ill after that. I was purging a lot of energy, but I still felt great. Energetically, I still felt great. I was purging a lot. I could feel I was releasing a lot of energy. But something about them taking my stuff was liberating. Something about not having to carry all that was very liberating. I then was doing healing for myself, for those guys that robbed us, connecting with my mesa and other items that they stole. Then the next day, I can't remember what happened. It's all running together. Then I went to the embassy. Oh, this gets fun. So I went to the American embassy in Mexico. To get to the embassy, I had to walk through anti-American protests. They were protesting Trump, they were protesting the wall, they were protesting pretty violently, protesting that they had no water. And by no water, I mean their houses have no water. Even in parts of Mexico City right now, they have no water. You bring home bottles of water, buckets of water, and that is all the water you have. They don't have running water right now. The city is out, or there's a shortage, and there is no water going to certain parts of the city. So in Michoacan, they're actually camped out. The people of Michoacan have been camped out here almost the whole time I've been in Mexico City. They are protesting that there's no food, there's no water. We're talking, I'm in Mexico City and it's pretty bad. I was in Coacalco, and that was really bad. But there's places that are a lot worse. The human suffering is insane. People going without food, people going without water. Even the way people have to work and are treated. People are going to work packed into these tiny vans. I mean, as you can see, there are tons of homeless people here living on the street. That's what they do. That's how they are. They live on the street. They set up little camps in some of the parks and areas. It's very bad, a lot of suffering. They don't know about sanitary conditions. There's a lot of places you can't use bathrooms. There are no bathrooms. If there are bathrooms, you have to pay, and those people don't have money to pay to use them. And if you do get into these bathrooms, they don't have toilet paper, they don't have paper towels, they don't have soap. You need to carry those items with you, and if you can't afford them, well, guess what? You don't get to use them. So here I go into the embassy through the anti-American crowds, being clearly American. Blue eyes, way above everybody else, a clear gringo. So that was interesting. And there's these SWAT guys with shields running around. I mean, they were like mobilizing an army of riot control. So we had to ask permission to get through the shield wall to get to the embassy. So I get to the embassy and they would not let Diana in. I'm assuming partially because of what was going on. I had to show my passport, which luckily I had. They only stole my passport card. I had my passport locked up. So I got in there and they reported the passport card as stolen and basically said they couldn't do anything else. Went to the other part of the embassy and they said, oh, there's a Victims of Violent Crime program in Ohio. Look into that when you get there. Sorry about your luck. Sorry you got to experience the real Mexico. But honestly, I'm a little bit glad I got to experience that, because that is the everyday struggle people live with. People lose their cell phones. People get robbed. People work all day, super hard for their money, and then guys with guns come and take it away. That also goes to another point. Having a firearm is highly illegal here. You cannot own a firearm. They have super strict gun laws, yet people with guns rob people all the time. I'm in Mexico City. I'm not in a border town. They did not get their guns from the USA. These guns came from elsewhere, probably crooked police officers, government officials, whatever, other countries. I don't know where they get them, but they have them. It's highly illegal. It's also highly illegal to rob people. They don't care about that. It's highly illegal to shoot people. They don't care about that. Gun laws don't work. An armed populace works. If every person functions as their own police officer, guess what? It's safe. In Mexico, the police can do whatever they want because they're the only ones with guns. The cartels can do whatever they want because they're the ones with guns. The United States, it's an armed populace. They are citizens, not subjects. They own guns. The government, if it goes tyrannical and goes off the deep end, well, guess what? The last system of check and balances, the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment was not for sporting purposes. The Second Amendment was not about collectors or sporting or hunting. The Second Amendment was the last system of checks and balances. On top of that, it's for protection, so people can police themselves. In places like Mexico, the people are vulnerable and open to attack, especially way out in the country where there are no police officers. Banditos run wild. They're the only ones with guns. People are completely open and unprotected. So it's a bad situation. So where did we get up to? The police station, the embassy. So, gets more exciting. So when I came out of the embassy, Diana was gone. I had no phone, no money, no clue where I was. I could have probably hopped a bus to where her house is, but I had no money to take a bus, no money to take the metro, no money to take a Camby. So I was kind of panicking. I'm like, okay, the adventure turns to not fun adventure. This is pretty bad. We got anti-American mobs running around. We have SWAT people running around. I figured they wouldn't let her stand in front of the embassy because she's Mexican. So I was panicking. So I'm going back and forth and back and forth, and I'm trying to ask where they went, and they said, "Oh, she just left." Well, they didn't tell me that. They told her she had to leave. So, oh my goodness, I was panicking because I had no way to safety. So eventually she did come back, and I saw her walking back that direction. So we got linked back up, and wow, that was an experience. Then we went back home before it got dark. Actually, we stopped and visited my friend Edgar. He's going to take me. I'm staying with him tonight, and he's going to take me to the airport. His neighborhood does not have any water, so this is going to be interesting. I lost my shaver. My beard hair is really tough to shave, so the razors down here are not cutting it. So I'm growing a goatee right now. The other haircut's decently easy, but their razors will not cut my goatee. So it was like 3 days I got to even shave, brush my teeth, or shower after I got robbed. It was pretty crazy. The bugs are pretty crazy here. So then went home, and so I started to pack. Diana, in the middle of the night, I heard screams, and she got attacked by a demon. You literally could see the claw marks on her arm from where this thing attacked her. I was very affected by the negative energy in that area. On top of it, the day after I got robbed at gunpoint, I find out a woman was killed in that same exact location. The demons were hungry for blood. So they just run wild here, the demons. I mean, it's really bad, really negative energies, really negative. Buenos dias, señores. It's very dangerous. As you can see, the police are in constant patrol in the city. In other areas, they don't care. They looked at me really funny for talking to a camera. But so she was attacked by a demon, and she had physical marks on her arms. Not necessarily bruises, not scratches, but these dark spots where the thing was attacking her. It said something about it was going to take her mother and was threatening her. It was bad. So, wow, talk about real, tangible, spiritual experiences. It was pretty crazy. Then, what are some of the other fun things? Oh, we gotta get going, it's getting dark. So that morning, her dog ran off. She said her dog told her that she went to look for those bad guys. And look for my stuff. I'm like, why would you do that? I don't need this stuff. But the dog left to go find them. And we haven't been able to find the dog. So here I am, riding around on a child's bike with tires half deflated, and the gears are skipping, and it was horrible. I'm riding around this neighborhood all alone by myself, looking for this dog, right in the same area that I got robbed at gunpoint and that woman got shot. So I finished packing up all my stuff, departed her house in Coalcalco, and came to Edgar, hung out with him for a while, went to the Espiritistas. That was an interesting healing experience. Just got done there, hopped a couple metros, and am heading to Edgar right now. So we'll see how what the night has in store. He's a very interesting guy. He studied with the Mocambos, a type of healer or shaman in Mexico. He's worked a lot with journey work, he's really an amazing guy. Great energy, great heart. Him and Diana have saved my life. If it wasn't for them, I would have been screwed. Diana saved my life many times here in Mexico, being my guide, my translator, my friend, uh, giving me a place to stay, treating me like family. Edgar, met him at Teotihuacan at almost like a powwow, but it was a gathering in the square. Uh, we became friends, and he has the best copal. He goes down to Guerrero? No, I can't remember where. But you grab that copal and you just feel like you're floating. You just feel this light feeling. It's amazing copal, very powerful. He has other shamanic items, feathers, handmade items, really cool stuff. But I'm gonna work with him tonight and hang out and talk. We're talking about setting up a healing center in Tula or possibly elsewhere. He's gonna send me back incenses and copal, clothing, shamanic items, and then we'll talk about what I can send him. Tuning forks. He's highly interested in my tuning forks and sound therapy. He thinks it would be big down here, so I can send him those, come down, put on classes, teach how to do what I do. He was just intrigued by it, absolutely intrigued by my sound healing. So I am going to sign off, and I will let you know how it goes. It's going to be a long day tomorrow because I don't have any money, so I'm going to go from the time I get on the airport. I have a 4 or 5 hour layover. I get on the plane at 9 a.m. Well, the plane departs 9 a.m. from Mexico City, and I am heading to Miami, spending a few hours there. I thought about it was actually cheaper to get 2 flights, spend the night in Miami, and hang out there. I am so glad I did not do that because I booked my flight before I got robbed. So if I had to try and spend the night in Miami or a few nights in Miami, I would be screwed because I don't have any money. I don't have my driver's license, anything. So, and I don't have my camera or equipment. I would have been just in survival mode in Miami. Beautiful area, but if I can't do anything or can't eat, can't do anything, not good. So luckily I'm catching the flight home, and I'll get home I think around 8:30, before 10. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Love and light to you all. I will tune in when I get home. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on tips for Mexico and how not to die, which kind of entails not going to parts of Mexico. If you go to Mexico City, stay in the city, take buses, tour buses to Teotihuacan, take tour buses to Tula. Don't try and do what I did and stay in these non-tourist parts of it because it's getting more and more dangerous. So, love and light to you all. I'm getting the hook here. We got to run. It's getting dark. But I will talk to you soon and tell you. Yeah. Okay, love and light to you all. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Go to my Facebook page, Brian Daniel Edwards. Watch all my videos and pictures I have posted. I hope you enjoy this video, and we will talk soon. I'll let you see around the city really quick. Oh, beautiful clouds illuminated by the sun up there. But this is just outside the subway, so thanks for tuning in. Love and light to you all.